Welcome to Spinthras Media. My name is Ibrahim. I'm a food and product photographer. Let's learn everything about building a preview in Lightroom and why do you need a specific one. So there are 5 previews: minimal, embedded and sidecar, standard, 1:1. Smart preview is a preview which can be added with any of the main preview which can be used in the online work. I will explain later in the video. Let's check all of them. I'm also going to render and show you the size of each. Minimal is the simplest preview. Takes the least amount of space and time when you build it. It is used mostly for viewing purpose or selection. Let me give you an example. Let's say after the shoot you're dead tired, but your client still want to see the images or want to select it. This is the time you want to use minimal preview. Let me show you how. Let's jump to Lightroom. Okay, let's start with getting few images in it. Okay, I'm going to get my recent shoot in Lightroom. So as you see, I have put it to minimal. Okay, I'm not going to use build preview. I'm also just making sure that there is no suspected duplicate file. Okay, I'm not adding to any collection. I'm not using development setting. I'm not even putting metadata to this. Okay, so I just want pure timing of how much minimal takes. Okay, so I'm just going to render it. Wait a second and start the watch. And so it depends on the number of images. Okay, when you have more than 2000, 3000, 10,000, it takes a little while. Okay, but generally it is the least time taking process. Cool, you can see that it took less than a minute, okay, to render all the images. It's still rendering the preview, but that won't stop you to work with the images. You can start selecting them, okay, already. Okay, and now what we can do is we can check how much space does it take. Let's go to the catalog, and the space it takes is 124 MB, which is considerably very low for 540 images. Okay, so as I said, minimal takes the least amount of space, also least amount of time to build. Let's check the next one, which is embedded and sidecar. Let me give you an example first. Let's say you shoot handheld with your camera, wedding photography, fashion photography, travel photography, any of that kind of photography, and you always see your images behind your camera on your LCD, and when you get it inside the in the computer, okay, you always see the difference. That is because your camera provider, okay, have a set kind of style which they put and show you the images on your LCD or the type of LCD you have. Okay, and if you would like to see the exact same setting to be applied on your photos here, okay, embedded and sidecar is the preview you want to use. Okay, that way you will start off with the thing you have seen behind your camera on LCD, and then you can take it from there and then work on it. Let's get some images, and I'm doing the same process, just dragging and dropping, putting it to embedded and sidecar. Again, using no smart preview or any of the setting, just going for embedded and sidecar. Okay, let's start our timer and import. While the process is happening, you can see that there are two processes which is happening. That is because the embedded and there is a sidecar image which is being made with it. The sidecar image, okay, is used for the main image, and the sidecar style, the style which is being put on it, is also being created with each images. So the main process is going, and you can see the second process which is going is the sidecar process. Okay, so you can see that it took 8 minutes and 28 seconds. And now we have all the photos. Okay, all of them are here, all the 534 images. So let's check how much space does it take, and let's go to the catalog. So it takes 2 GB and 66 MB, 660 MB, okay, to build this kind of portfolio. Okay, let me explain. So now what's happening is that Lightroom is taking your raw file, okay, and putting all the setting of your camera on top of it. That is why it's such a huge portfolio. But when, let's say I open one image, okay, and when I'm going to open it in a development mode, it is going to render it as the actual file. So now when you're doing the selection, you can put it into embedded and sidecar so you can see it, but when you are editing it, you can edit on the actual raw file. The next one is standard preview. Okay, to work with standard preview, you need to do a setting before end. Okay, so I'm going to show that right now. On your Windows, it's Alt, Control and comma. On Mac, it is Option, Command and comma. You see here, this is general and file handling. Now, if you see that you have a specific computer which does not need this big file, okay, you want to go for a smaller file, or you want to go for a specific file which has a specific pixel, you can change these pixel size, okay, to speed up your computer. So this can be changed here. I am keeping it auto. Okay, the quality can also be increase or decrease. Okay, or the 1:1 preview, okay, can be deleted after 1 day. So let's say if you're working on them daily and you want to reduce the data, okay, you can reduce that here. Okay, you can also do it after 30 days. That is what I have kept it. Okay, and you can change the import numbers. When you change this datas, okay, here your standard preview, okay, going to change drastically. Okay, so this is my setting. You can change to your setting, and let's get to standard. Cool, let's get some photo. Same process. Select all. Let's go to standard. Okay, do nothing here. Okay, and let's render it, but let's put the timer and start. Okay, so you can see that it took almost 10 minutes, 9 minutes and 50 seconds, okay, to build this portfolio or build this catalog. And now let's check how much space does it take. It takes 1 GB to create this kind of catalog. So I want to specifically say that this speed test, okay, depends on computer to computer. So your computer might perform the same task way faster or way slower also. The fourth one is 1:1. This is the biggest preview all. It is going to take the maximum time, and it is also biggest in terms of the sizing. Why? Because it is meant for zooming in. So when you want to zoom 100% of your images, okay, you will make this kind of preview. Okay, so let's build it and see what we can deal with it. Let's get some images one by one. Again, no settings, and usually you will do 1:1 after your process is done. So what I do is I always go for minimal first. Okay, select my images with minimal. Okay, and with the selected images I will go for 1:1, because obviously this is going to take a lot of time, and if you want to see all the images in 100% zoom, you would like to go with this. Cool. So after 23 minutes and 48 seconds, I told you that it is going to take some time. So 534 pictures, it does take a lot of time for it to render. This is going to be a big portfolio anyway, but the best part that when you open any image, okay, you can go to 1:1 zoom very quickly. Any image will be very quickly be able to load at this position. So it is a great thing when you want to edit on 1:1 zoom. You can quickly go to any point on any. You can see that you can see a lot of details and everything very quickly just by getting your 1:1. Okay, let's quickly check the size of the catalog, and you can see it is 2 GB and 780 MB. Okay, this is a pretty large size for a catalog. This is just a catalog, no setting at all. So when you start to do the settings, okay, it is going to get heavier and heavier. Now I'm going to show you smart preview. So smart preview is not a preview system. You cannot just have smart previews. You need to have a preview which can be minimal, embedded sidecar, standard, or 1:1, and then have smart preview. So I'm going to show you how we can do it. Let me just select few images. So I'm selecting maybe few images which I feel that is I'm going to edit in post. Okay, so I'm just selecting few images right now. So when I have all the 5 photos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to further edit them. So I'm going to select all of them. Okay, go to library, go to preview, and build a smart preview. You can see the process is already happening. This is it. Now what I can do is I can remove my hard drive or SSD for this section. Okay, and even if I don't have the SSD, okay, I can still edit. You can see that this says that this is a smart preview, okay, of the file. So I can now edit it. So let's say you're traveling, you are on the go, you don't have your hard disk, but you still want to edit it. Okay, maybe you are not in office or anything, maybe you're waiting somewhere, anywhere where you have your computer and you don't have your hard drive, you would want to make a smart preview of your files. Okay, when you have your smart preview, it is a good chance you can edit it and zoom it to a great extent. Okay, and you can edit it whenever you're going to put back your computer, I mean put back your hard drive, okay, to your computer. Lightroom will automatically connect to the images and you will be able to easily going on your editor. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and hit the bell icon in case you want to get notified for the next video. If you have any comments or suggestion, put it in the comment box. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.